This is Edward Kastenmeier, and I'm a Vice President Executive Editor at Vintage Anchor Books. And I've worked here almost 20 years. It's been a wonderful experience. You know, in that time, I've had the opportunity to work with some great writers. Kevin Brockmeyer is one of my favorites, a gorgeous lyrical writer, always a pleasure to read. Andrew Vax, a dear friend, is probably sentence by sentence the most powerful writer I've ever read. A project that's near and dear to my heart is bringing Philip K. Dick back into print in a major way. You know, his books, Ubik, The Man in a High Castle, Velas, these are classics. And perhaps the best experience of my career is working with Alexander McCall Smith. He is the kindest man I've ever met. And he also, you know, we're on book 10 now of the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series, and I can honestly say they get better each book. And that's pretty remarkable. And he pays so much attention to language. Every now and then we'll be looking at a sentence, and Sandy will say, you know, that reminds me a lot of that Auden line, and he'll quote a line, and it will be exactly the same scansion. He's been a real pleasure to work with. Most of the time I've worked here, I worked with Marty Asher, you know, one of the legends of book publishing. And he gave me a piece of advice that I've always lived by, and I think has been very helpful to me, and that is publish books you love. If you love them, someone else will too. And I think that's a good rule of thumb to live by as an editor. Only publish books you really want to read, and you probably won't go wrong.